Time to Talk Tuesday, where your local realtor, Antonio Newton, discusses the local market and common issues, providing quick solutions, creative ideas, as well as tips for investors, home buyers, and homeowners.
Hi, my name is Antonio Newton, your local realtor with the Newton Group at Coldwell Banker, and welcome to today's episode of Time to Talk Tuesday. Today, we're continuing our 10-part series on the home buying process. If you missed it, part 1 was know how much you can afford, and part 2 was know your credit worthiness. And now we're going to go into the meat of it, which is qualifying for a mortgage. So you don't want to miss it, so let's jump right in. Before we start today's episode, I'd like to take a friendly reminder and let you know you can catch all of our video content on our YouTube channel at Antonio Newton Realtor. You can also connect with us on Facebook as well as LinkedIn and other social media platforms. And don't forget, if you like any of the videos, please make sure you share it, give us a comment, let us know if we can do a specific topic for you. And then also don't forget to click that bell and subscribe so that way you get notified anytime we release new video content. I'd also like to take the time to thank our sponsors, Better Way Properties, as well as ColumbiaNortheastHomeshow.com. Let's dive right in. Part 3, we're talking about qualifying for a mortgage. So you did part 1, you look at your budget, you find out how much you're comfortable paying each month, how much home you can afford to still be able to maintain your lifestyle. And then you looked at your credit worthiness. So now you believe your credit scores are where you need to be. So part 3 actually starts the meat of the process, which is where you qualify for a mortgage. So what you want to do is you want to talk to a reputable mortgage professional who's going to be able to get you qualified. What they're going to do is obviously a lot's going to be done online, but you're going to fill in your financial information and then you're going to have your credit pulled. And they're going to find out if you're credit worthy, and they're also going to look at your finances to figure out what your DTI is as well as your income. Now, if the information you provided and you are credit worthiness, they would be able to issue you a pre-approval on the spot. However, in this market, we recommend that you take it a step further, because with things being so competitive right now, since we're in a seller's market, a highly aggressive seller's market, it's best that you be as well prepared as you can when you're going to enter into the marketplace. So what we want you to do is go ahead and get your documents together. Find out what they're going to need in order to go ahead and get you qualified. Have the lender actually look over the document. Obviously, they're going to need your driver's license as well as your social security card, identification to prove that you are who you say you are. They're going to need 2 months worth of bank statements, all pages. This is any kind of income that you want in an account, checking account, saving account, any kind of investments account. They're going to need 2 months worth of bank statement, all pages. And then they're also going to need your W-2 and 1099s for the past 2 years to make sure that the income is what it is so that there's no issues. Because what you don't want is that you to enter overtime, and because of certain guidelines, they can't count that overtime. Or you to enter something, and then they can count something that you didn't enter whenever they look at your pay stubs and your financial documents. So we want to make sure we have the most accurate picture possible whenever we're getting ready to enter the marketplace to know how much we qualify for. And what you want them to do, this will be done for free, so they won't charge you for this, but you want them to give you your maximum amount that you qualify for. That doesn't mean you have to use it. So if they qualify you for $300,000, you can still buy anything well below that. Now you don't get the difference. So if you buy a $250,000 house, you don't get $50,000 in cash and a $300,000 loan. The loan would only be $250,000. However, knowing your maximum amount is going to give you your ultimate buying power, and then you are able to control it and gauge where you feel most comfortable from, as we said in step 1, knowing how much you can afford. And remember, you are not obligated to use the lender that pre-qualifies you. Now, what we don't want is you to go around and over the course of 2 to 3 to 4 months have your credit pulled by different lenders. But however, you do get the opportunity within a certain time period to have your credit pulled and it not hurt you by various lenders while you shop around. One, that gives you the ability to control the options that you have. That way you can compare fees and you can compare rates. And then 2, you also want to work with someone that you feel comfortable with. So if for some reason that lender and you are not vibing, this is an important decision. We're talking about buying a house. We're talking about a 30-year commitment. And we want you to be working with a realtor and lender and mortgage professionals, and really professionals in general, that you feel comfortable with. So if for some reason you don't feel comfortable with a particular lender, maybe you could try another one at their company, or maybe you go to a completely different company altogether. But nonetheless, you are the key to this whole process, and we want you to feel comfortable in the people that you work with and the professionals that you have guiding you and advising you throughout this process. Also, you want a great lender who's going to be able to work through challenges, one who is experienced. If I tell you you could buy a car and the car runs great, but it doesn't have any airbags, would you buy it? Now, the chances that you may need an airbag may be slim to none, but if you need it, you definitely want it there. So, could a lender get you to the closing table? Certainly. But when challenges arrive, when the deal's about to get wrecked, do you have someone there that's going to protect you, that's going to fight for you? Do you have someone that's going to be your airbag? You want a lender who's going to be able to do that and work through challenges to make sure the deal continues to move forward towards closing. So the step 3 is to qualify for a mortgage, which is one of the most important steps of the home buying process, to know how much you can afford. As we said, figure out what your max is, get the lender to pull your max, make sure you get them the documents as quick as possible, so that way you have a true understanding of your buying power in such a competitive market, and that's going to give you an advantage against other buyers in the marketplace. So stay tuned for step number 4. And until next time, thank you for watching. As always, I'm Antonio Newton with the Newton Group at Coldwell Banker. And if you ever have any real estate questions about this video or anything else, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and my team. Thank you so much and have a great day.
This episode of Time to Talk Tuesday was brought to you by the Newton Group at Coldwell Banker, where nothing works until we do. Look for our episodes every Tuesday where Antonio Newton discusses the local market and common issues while providing quick solutions, creative ideas, as well as tips for investors, home buyers, and homeowners. If you'd like to reach out to us, we can be reached online and on land at area code 803-608-2597. So until next time, here's wishing you all fair winds, following seas, and gentle tides.